What's up, good people? I know. It's been a couple of days. But one, I needed to let everybody get caught up on parts 1 through 7. And 2, today is my baby boy's birthday. He's 14 today. Woohoo! And he had a pool party sleepover, and I had to supervise and do all of the things for the pool party part. And now my husband's at the hotel supervising the sleepover part. He got a gaggle of boys, and I'm at the house with y'all getting ready for bed. So that means it's time for part 8 of Bedtime Stories, Grown-Up Edition, What You Owe Me. So when we left off in part 7, Angela was in LJ's office. She just found out that Marcus is actually going on vacation with one of the chiefs in his office named Jessica. He's not going on a business trip. Duh. And she just found out, unfortunately, that her IVF transfer can't happen on Thursday because of something in her medical results that she won't have an answer to until she goes to the doctor on Thursday. LJ just told her that he has a plan because she doesn't know what to do. So LJ says to Angela, "Shawty, do you trust me?" Angela says, "Yes, I trust you. You're my best friend." LJ says, "Cool. You focus on your medical stuff and you let me handle this mess with Marcus because you know what I do. And in the business that I'm in, Marcus ain't the first raggedy at LJ. Marcus is not the first husband to be caught in an adulterous affair, and he won't be the last. But with me and my team on the case, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You'll have all the information that you need to make an informed, conscious decision." Angela says, "But how are you going to get information on somebody who's going to be in Aruba? Shawty, come on. You're going to have to let me do what I do." Angela says, "Okay." So LJ pressed the intercom button and he says, "Hey, yo, April, get the team in here." A couple of minutes later, April knocks on the door. LJ says, "Come on in." April comes in, and she comes in with Q, who is the lead forensic investigator, and Wesley, who's the lead covert investigator. And they come in and he says, "Come on, y'all, have a seat around the table." So they have a seat. And LJ says, "Y'all all know my wife, Regina, right?" They say, "Yeah." "And y'all know that's my best friend in the whole world, right?" He says, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, this woman right here is me and my wife's best friend." And they say, "Okay. Team, I'd like you to meet Mrs. Angela Lorraine Spencer Washington." They all say, "Hello, nice meeting you." Angela says, "Call me Angela." Q says, "All right, what's up, Angela?" LJ says, "Q, call her Mrs. Washington. Don't do that." And Angela says, "Well, it's nice to meet you all." And LJ says, "I need you to know some things. I need you to know that she's the reason why I decided to get my life together 15 years ago. She's the reason why I joined the force. She's the reason why I survived after the injury that retired me from the force. And she's the reason why I started this investigation firm. And if it wasn't for her, none of us would be here. So you're looking at our newest VIP client, and you'll handle her with the highest level of respect, with extreme care, and you'll give her your absolute best effort. Are there any questions about that?" Everybody on the team just shook their heads no, staring at Angela. LJ says, "Good. Well, we got a situation." LJ runs down the particulars to the team. He lets them know that Marcus and Jessica are going to Aruba the next day. He gets Wesley on figuring out what flights they are on, what hotel resort they're staying at. He got him booking himself on a first class flight so that he's on the same flight as them, that he's staying at the same resort as them. He's getting all of his characters together so that he will be undetectable and they won't notice him following them. He got Q pulling up all of the forensic information, following the money trail, figuring out every time and every place that they've been together, where they've gone, every dime Marcus has spent on Jessica, every dime Jessica spent with Marcus, everything they've done. And then he's going to be in the office, him and April, to fill in all of the blanks. So they're going to be the middle people. So if they need something faxed, or they need something researched, or they need something scanned in order to assist them with getting the information that they need, that's what LJ and April's going to do. And at the time, Angela's head is just swimming because she's looking from person to person and hearing this plan, and she's realizing that LJ's really that dude in investigations world. So when the meeting is concluded, LJ says, anybody have any questions? Angela says, what do I do? LJ says, oh, you keep being beautiful. You keep running your business. Go home and cook dinner tonight. Just do what you usually do. Act like nothing is going on. And I want you to call this attorney. Everything that we find out, we're going to make sure she gets. And we're not going to give you a whole lot of updates, Angela. So don't expect to get nitpicking pieces of information about this case, because that's not how we operate. We're going to compile the information. We're going to keep this attorney in the loop so that she can create the best possible legal plan for you. Well, I haven't decided what it is I want to do. LJ's like, I understand that. I know you haven't. That's the point. We're going to get her all the information so that when this is concluded, or when this is at a point where you and her and I are ready to sit down to discuss what we have, she'll have the information she needs to give you the best legal advice possible so that you'll have all the information that you need to make the best decisions. I don't want to give you piecemeal information, because giving you piecemeal information will send you off on a tangent. I might tell you something that have you upset, and then you go confronting people and blow the whole investigation. So I don't want to do that. I just want you to go on like it's business as usual, but just be safe. Just protect yourself. I've seen a lot of women snap when they get caught out there. So I just need you to focus on you. So I'm going to call Regina. You and Regina get together. You and Regina get a game plan together. Do all that stuff y'all be doing, all that praying and all that stuff. And you just keep yourself together. All that praying and all that stuff, LJ? You know what I mean, Angela. Come on now. Angela says, oh, so I'm Angela now? And he's like, listen, this shoddy. But y'all gonna call her Mrs. Washington. Yes, we get it. All right. Are we done here? Yep, we're done. Everybody, go ahead. Do what you need to do. So everybody gets up and they leave out the office. And he's like, shoddy, I know it seems like a lot, but I'm telling you, you let me do this, and you'll be in the best possible position to make whatever decisions you want to make. If you want to divorce him and take him for everything that he's worth, you want the business, the house, the cars, the lake house, whatever you want, you can have when I'm done with it. If you want to walk away and leave it all behind, you can do that too. Hell, if you want to disappear and change your identity, you could do that too. And Angela says, I can? LJ's like, well, yeah, you can, but, I'm just joking. Angela says, oh, okay. And another thing, LJ says, don't tell Miss Brenda anything. I know y'all cool, but that's still his mama, girl. Like, chill. Don't tell her everything. You can't tell her everything. I know, LJ. What about Steph? Come on, shawty. You know what's going to happen if you tell your sister. You got to know when you having problems with your marriage, you can't tell your friends and your family, because if you forgive them and you get over it, they never, ever do. No, you don't need to tell her anything until you've made a decision. Well, what about my mom? LJ says, you can tell her whatever you want to tell her. She ain't going to remember.